Hi, I'm Heather. Thanks for tuning in today. Today is going to be a lot about grammar. Now, instead of just going over a lot of the punctuations that we use as we write out or type out things, I want to hit on those weird words or grammar things that people still are going, huh? About. And what I mean by this is I still get confused between using who and whom. My teacher didn't make it very clear in school about when I can use whom. A lot of the times when I think I should use whom, I'm incorrect. So, when do I use it? When do I not use it? What's going on? Should I just stick to who all the time? And just forget about whom? So weird grammar things like that in our language that really just don't make sense or confuse us. Here is something that I found actually on the internet that is a little helpful trick to help you know when you can use whom. So if you want to use who in a sentence, if you can replace the word with he or she or another subject pronoun, you can use who. But if you can replace the word with him or her or an object pronoun, you can use whom. So, for example, if I had her bag was at the beach, I can actually use whom's bag was at the beach. Isn't that nifty? I never knew that. So as long as I try one before the other in my sentence while I'm reading my sentence, then I'll know if I can put whom there. So another thing I'd like to discuss with all of you is proper nouns. Now I know what you're thinking. This is simple. Basically, a name of a person or store or anything, you just capitalize it, right? Here's the thing that tripped me up. So in my fantasy fiction novel that I'm super excited, it's coming out. I mention it almost every video now, but that's because it's about to be released. So I'm sorry if it seems like I'm being pushy. My book. In my book, Chosen Secret, I have kingdoms, right? I have actually 4 kingdoms that I mention in my novel. And so I deal with a lot of kings and queens and the king, right? This is a proper title for a person, right? A proper noun. So what I was confused about is that, like when you use doctor, for if it's doctor so and such, you always capitalize it, right? Because that's their official title now. Well, with king, I thought, do I have to put it capitalized every time? What if it's 2 people talking amongst themselves about the king? Do I still capitalize the T and the K in king? Or can I just not capitalize it on both? And I actually asked several people this same question. And they were kind of dumbfounded by it as well. So I was getting a lot of mixed reviews here. It was just so confusing. Well, Grammarly said that it's actually okay to do both. That I can capitalize the K in king when I'm literally speaking for the king or mentioning the king. But if it's between two people, you can go ahead and lowercase it. But they recommended that for consistency, you do one or the other. So I can either throughout my whole book capitalize it the whole time or not capitalize it. So it's still kind of iffy because it's like during some parts I still feel like that it should be capitalized. That I really should make emphasis on that fact that it is the title, king. So there you have it. So I guess what I'm saying is go by your best judgment. There are some rules that are guidelines, but there's some things that you can have a little leeway with. I love Grammarly, guys. Now, this is not sponsored, but I will be referring to Grammarly a lot. It is a free program, and you can get the app as well to help you edit whatever text you're writing. And what I mean by text is not just a text on your phone. Yes, you can do that with Grammarly. It will check your text. But what I mean is just like by anything that you're writing, if you're needing to check spelling for a PowerPoint presentation, for marketing things, a book, like what I do, anything, you can edit and go through it. It has these nifty little categories that you can choose and pick from so that you can get the right tone of voice through in your writing. So you know how like when you're texting someone literally on your phone and they think you're yelling at you and you're not, or maybe you're upset and you're really not? Well, this can help with that. Not only does it check for where your commas are or anything like that, it does all that, but it will also say, this didn't sound very persuasive. Do you want to try to reword this? And it is just the coolest, niftiest thing. And like I said, free account. You don't have to pay for the extra premium stuff if you don't want to. So, whether or not you're young or old, you can use Grammarly to check and edit everything that you write out. So I hoped this helped you with not only who or whom, but with capitalizing certain titles. All right, don't forget to LSN. An important one is subscribe. October is almost here, which means Halloween. So there's going to be some fun videos coming up, and you don't want to miss those. And I will see you next time. Bye-bye, storytellers and story lovers.